Well, we struggle anyway because I'm a horny and insufferable asshole.
Well,
so
me too. And she fucking called me every name in the book. I don't give a fuck. Shit, man, that's what keeps me young. You don't get that.
There's a meme video out there talking about how masturbation twice a week will extend your life, you know? And it's showing this dude like in 2094 and 2956. It's happy hour at the Banner Bar. So let's get into it.
I'm drunk.
You and me both. And what's sad is this is only the third episode.
It is. That first one, man, rocked my fucking world.
Can you imagine if we did a Founders on top of it? And, oh, okay.
That's fucking dark shit, man. It's for dark people. No.
So I went for variety here. Eric got to have some drunken, expensive beer experiences. So now we're just going to go variety. Because I don't think you've ever had a Yuengling at all, right?
No, I haven't.
And we got a Tejano Pecano.
It sounds like fun.
A chocolate porter, Oktoberfest, a triple, an IPA. I think we should start down here.
This one scares me.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Start where you want to.
I mean, that Juice Force. It just says Juice Force. Why does that scare you?
No, Voodoo Ranger scares me.
Okay.
I've had Voodoo Ranger before, and that was some triple IPA or double IPA, and I, fuck. But anyway.
You've had
it
doubles.
Wasn't that one.
No, you had a, what's the name? Jeez. I keep just wanting to call it a bullet. That's not right.
I had a 120 IPA. That was expensive.
From Dogfish.
Yes, Dogfish Head.
Uh-huh.
The Voodoo Ranger I bought at Walmart was not this type of IPA, but it was tasted like fucking shit. I don't think it's 9% either. But anyway.
Tell us how you really feel about the Voodoo Ranger.
Well, we're gonna fucking drink it.
Yeah, we're gonna try the Juice Force.
Yeah.
We're gonna save what I think will be the best for you for last. Although
I like this one.
Chocolate might be good. You have Texas pecans.
Yeah, I like that one already. I'm curious.
All right, folks, we're gonna get into it now. So we're gonna start out. If you can't tell, we have 2 beers from 3 different breweries. We got some New Belgium, some Oak Highlands, and some Yuengling. First up is the Freaky Deaky Belgian style triple. And you'll appreciate this. 10%.
All right. And it's not dark either,
it don't look 10%.
Yeah, well, here it is. That tells me that it's is this IPA?
Nope.
Okay. Well, then it's awful light for 10%.
Yeah, I think a triple is just an ale that was condensed.
It's pretty.
Like 3 times over.
Very pretty.
Probably wrong.
Good head.
46 on IBU, so it might punch kind of hoppy.
It's gonna punch.
Question: what are your thoughts on eyebrow makeup?
That was not a fart, by the way, folks.
This is your arm?
Elbow. Yeah, my old fucking wrinkly elbow. Yeah, I can smell a little twang in there.
Yeah, it smells Belgian. Just barely though. It's very light.
I've come accustomed to that. It's pretty. It's got a pretty color to it. Carbonation's there.
If you don't like a medium heavy body, this ain't gonna be for you. That haven't been said. If you like that Belgian style, it is a triple. It's like condensed.
Oh shit!
It's that foreign flavor I like, condensed.
Jack me off, fuck. You like that, freaky deaky, huh?
I don't normally like triples.
Ooh,
that's so drinkable. What are you getting, like sour notes or something on it?
I just, man, that's not so much sour as it is just.
Think like a sourdough bread.
See, I'm not an IPA. I'm not a what'd you call it? A triple.
Yeah.
Kind of guy. It just.
like where they take a light beer and they make it even more condensed, kind of like a Whopper of beers. But it's that it's that foreign flavor that I like. Don't get me wrong.
The more you drink, the easier it is to drink.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have thought this was 10%.
God, dog.
I'm actually... It's so drinkable for me that I will say 7. I think some of the flavor profile leans closer to 6, but the drinkability factor, like the mouthfeel and the maltiness and everything else, it's so nice to me that I will say 7.
And I'm going to drink it because it's 10%, and I want to get drunker, if that makes sense. But you're going to get a fucking 5 out of me.
That's fine. I know.
I ain't feeling it, but I want to feel it.
See, this is the sort of thing that I wouldn't put this in front of most people.
Yeah.
Like, I would tell people that drink Keystone, like, try the chocolate porter, try an IPA, try a pecan beer. I wouldn't put a triple in front of them. But I know for me personally, if it says Belgian, I'm probably going to like it.
But babe, I'm the dog. I'll fucking try anything.
Why must I be like that?
Ooh, fuck.
So is that a little different?
Fuck. Little? I don't know what it is about those triples, man. It's just...
You found the dark lane, and you've kind of gravitated there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to see if there's.
You're gonna get me to fucking move.
I'm just curious. I don't want you to move. I want you to like what you like. I try to tell my Idaho fan that loves Keystone.
Yeah.
If you love Keystone, that's great. I'm just trying to see if there's any other lane that you like, because I like so many lanes, right?
Yeah,
Nobody necessarily agrees, but.
See, I just don't know that I can get into these. And if this is not an IPA, it's similar.
Yeah.
To the taste of an IPA.
Yep.
And those, especially the doubles and triples IPA, that just knock your fucking dick in the dirt when you drink them. That's what it reminds me of.
If you made the IPA, like the hop flavor was more like vanilla.
Yeah.
That's definitely what it reminds me of. Anyway, your thoughts on eyebrow makeup?
I don't think much on it all.
At all?
Here's the thing. Cosmetics are exactly what they are. And I've told y'all this a million fucking times. I don't look... Beauty is not on the outside.
Okay.
Beauty's on the inside.
I'm not disagreeing. Do you ever feel a preference? Like, if you look at a dick, would you rather look at a vagina? You know what I mean? That's what I mean when I ask a question like...
Depends on how big the dick is.
Oh, God. Okay. All right.
What are you
never mind. I got no question because I would rather look at certain dicks than certain vaginas. You are perfectly correct in that assessment, sir.
Here's the thing. Thoughts on eyebrow makeup. I don't understand why women have to go out and get these motherfucking eyebrows, stick way the fuck out here, and if you get out into a fucking big wind, the motherfuckers blow loose.
Talking about the lashes?
Yes. That lashes, the eyebrows. I know somebody in my house that paints their eyebrows on.
Okay.
For what?
Yeah.
For fucking what? It beauty is always, comes from the inside to me.
And
man or a woman.
Different strokes for different folks, for sure.
Now, that's not to say that there's no such thing as eye candy. Because obviously, You know, that's what's.
I mean, maybe some people,
man,
some people took the eye candy thing literally because they tried to, candify their eyes. I remember eyebrows specifically always threw me off, and I think the reason this comes to mind is growing up with so many, Hispanic women like I did, who are absolutely gorgeous women. Most of the ones I knew anyway. Take of that what you will, but people, it's fucked up. I joke about it to this day. My dad tried to tell me when I was young that Mexican pussy was hot. Like it was literally jalapeno. Warmer than the rest.
Muy picoso.
And I never paid that an ounce of attention, but I actually had a girl one time who had like hot nipples.
Yeah.
Like they were just super warm. And it made me wonder, like, are you fucking...
I'll tell you what, you've been further down the road than I have then.
Jeez.
I've been with one woman since 1983.
Yeah, well, you were with plenty before that, so...
Well, we don't want to get into that.
No.
That's
what I was trying to say is, I mean, even if you take my sisters for an example, and if I'm speaking out of place, I apologize to my sisters. A lot of people that I've known will like wax the eyebrows down to where they're barely there, if they're there at all, and then they'll draw them on.
Frog does that.
I don't understand.
I don't know that she gets rid of her own eyebrows, but I've noticed she draws her own, and they make them, out all the way out here.
Oh yeah, you feather like the eyelash things and whatnot.
Yeah.
But the eyebrows, this up here, this always struck me as like
my first real weird experience with an eyebrow experience was a movie, Clockwork Orange. When them motherfuckers come out and they didn't have no eyebrows, they shaved their eyebrows, I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I was a kid.
Remember when I was in the crisscross? I tried to take the shears and do the little cuts. And I shaved one of my eyebrows off.
I remember that too. I wasn't going to bring that up.
Weirdest experience in my life. But the thing is, like, I would never expect to see somebody trim their pubic hair off and then draw it back on. That's kind of how I view the eyebrow makeup situation.
That's funny.
Not to get too deep into it. You do what you think is beautiful because I'm sure somebody thinks the exact way you do. Let's move on.
I'll shave my nutsack.
Can you imagine? I had to shave my stuff for certain visits to the doctor.
Right.
If I had gone back in with a pencil and
I'd make them fucking shave it.
You can, apparently.
I would.
If you don't, they'll do it.
Shave it, motherfucker.
I will say after...
Don't nick me either.
I don't want to relive this right now. Yuengling's up next with the chocolate porter.
Oh, all right.
And this is not just any chocolate porter. This is a Hershey's chocolate porter.
Hershey's chocolate, man.
Last one was 10%. This one's coming in
at... this motherfucker.
It's just 4.7.
But I bet it's tasty. Usually.
Yuengling is lighter, so more in like the Shiner Bock amber category. So, question is, what sort of colored contacts would you like to own?
Is this number 3?
2.
No, this is 3.
1?
No, this is our 3rd.
Oh, yeah, it's 3rd episode we're doing for the night.
I'm off drunk talking too.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not trying to get you throwing up, so if you start to feel some kind of way, let me know.
I'm good. I'm fucking solid.
That's what Chinese is good for.
What sort of colored contacts would you like to own?
I'll be real honest. If I was trying to pick up on a particular type of chocolate note on the top of this, I would have thought Hershey's milk chocolate. It still has the beer note, that copper, what were we talking about earlier? The Chinese sauce, like a sesame sauce or General Tso's sauce. Yeah. So you got it's a sugar sauce with a little bit of a soy sauce on top of it. That's what I mean by the coppery note. But that Hershey's chocolate kicks.
Right off the bat.
Yep.
And hangs on.
Regardless of anything else we think about the beer, if you really like Hershey's milk chocolate, this is the beer for you.
Yep.
Period.
See, I've seen these before. I've never picked one up, though. But you can definitely taste the fucking chocolate as soon as it hits your palate and throughout.
Yeah, there's no mistaking that. That's Hershey's milk chocolate. Even if you don't like beer, you can kind of taste the beer on the back end a little bit here. Most of it is Hershey's chocolate. So this might actually be something that helps you appreciate beer slowly. You get the bread factors, and there's a really good beer base underneath the Hershey's chocolate. That's hard for me to rate, though.
Yeah, because I don't know how much of this I could drink.
Exactly. It's like a good beer base, and it tastes like good chocolate that we're used to eating. Do those two things go together in a way that you want to keep drinking it? Probably not. I could drink one.
Yeah, I think I'd get in trouble.
Oh, yeah?
If I was to start drinking these, yeah.
You're a Hershey's fan? Not Squirts.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I didn't know about the chocolate. All I've ever heard from you is I got the Hershey
chocolate.
Squirts last weekend.
Yeah, and I'd get the fucking Squirts on a regular basis too, but that's part of getting old, so we won't go there. Grandma. Anyway.
I will give that a 6, but I could easily see someone who really appreciates just American Hershey's chocolate
that's
going,
where I'm at.
Going 7 or so. You're a 6?
No, that's where I'm at, 6, yeah. Yep.
So colored contacts. What would you like to own? You just want to smell the beer?
I can smell that last fucking little shot there. Smell it kind of like cocoa. That last go around.
There are so many beers that claim to be a certain thing, or they worked in collaboration with some. Like the closest I've ever seen something come to this. This actually tastes like Hershey's chocolate. Yeah. The same way that Martin House's best made pickle beer tastes like pickle juice.
Really?
Yeah. Same thing. Same thing. So if you like Hershey's chocolate, this is your jam. You would probably rate it higher than we just did. Did you say something about grandma?
Yeah. Talking about Squirts. You said fucking Squirts, and I said, yeah, no, I'm not there yet, grandma. So, yeah, you had to catch that in the moment.
God almighty.
Anyway, sorry, Granny. But,
a lot more to you than shitting your pants, I
yeah,
promise.
Speaking of running now, should I start running now?
You gotta go?
Well, I'm talking about that motherfucker right there.
Oh, the IPA?
Yeah, that fucking Voodoo Ranger bastard scares me.
It says Hazy Imperial.
Fucking one gold tooth.
I have a feeling this one is going to be quite a bit weaker. I'm seeing 9.5% on the side though, so maybe not.
I don't. I have a feeling it's gonna be fucking rough as hell, but yeah, it's just me.
I don't remember.
Hell, I'm ready.
I don't remember being impressed by this. We have to talk about colored contacts first, though.
Oh, okay. You know, I have never thought, and I have to have a prescription. I have never thought about contacts before because I can't stand shit in my eyes.
Oh, yeah?
I can't fucking stand. I don't know how people slap them fucking contacts in their eyes, you know. One of them get all gotcha-eyed and be over here in the corner and shit, and you got to fish it out and put it back where it belongs. So, if I had a preference, it'd be blue.
Okay. I could dig that.
But I don't, I'll stick with glasses. Fuck it.
Well, I had that conversation with my wife recently because I realized that, she's pretty blind. Mm-hmm. And so she's been wearing glasses lately because she doesn't want to go to the eye doctor and pay all the, whatever.
Right.
She used to wear contacts all the time. And it's occurred to me more recently that when she's got her glasses on, I saw it in a picture one day. The way that the glasses function, they like shrink her eyes. I fucking forgot how like big and vibrant her eyes were, because she was always on this like my eyes are my best quality train.
Yeah.
And totally forgot until she stopped wearing her glasses for the while. Yeah. I don't know what sort of blindness that is, but she's got all of it. She's fucking blind. It explains why she's still with me.
Interesting, that is.
What I loved, I went to school with a girl who had purple contacts.
Wow.
I really, really loved that. But I think for me personally, what I would want are those fucking Hellraiser contacts, just like the full black. Like the whole white of the eye is gone, just full fucking black. If I'm going to put something in my eye, give me that.
All right.
And now we can move on. I don't know why you're scared of something called Juice Force.
No, it's not fucking Juice Force that I'm reading. It's fucking Voodoo Ranger.
This shit literally smells like pineapple juice.
Okay, it smells like it. But what does it taste like?
And it is, again, 9.5%. It's a hazy Imperial. Which Imperial IPA, not my favorite. I tried something with Toby the other week. It was my first experience. Lyndon talked about it when he was on the show about pineapple flavored kind of IPAs. I never thought about pineapple when drinking IPA, but one that we had actually tasted like fucking pineapple.
Really?
And I loved it.
This one smells like pineapple. But I've been fooled before.
Yeah. There's the way it smells and the way it tastes.
I've smelled that before. Oh, damn, it smells good, you know. But this ain't the fucking pineapple juice you get in the fucking hospital.
No.
I guarantee you that.
The lacing has me thinking it's going to be kind of malty, too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look as hazy as the lacing does. You know, anyway. It does smell pineapple.
Yeah.
The Imperial IPA aspect is there.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as it doesn't have as bad as punch as what I thought it would.
I think the Imperial hop is more prevalent than just like hop character in an IPA. Like this tastes Imperial more than it tastes like hops.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You know, like your dark beers we were drinking earlier?
Right.
They taste real thick and heavy and like I get that character much more than the hop character. But the pineapple's actually in the flavor. I think Blue might actually really fucking like this.
Really?
Yeah. He's pineapple fiend, man. I've been trying to get him on the show. You know why he didn't want to do it? He didn't like the sound of his voice. He sounds country to himself when he hears it. And yeah, we all do.
Well, you know what? There ain't nobody as country as my ass. So, if I can come up here and act a fucking fool, pick my nose and do stupid shit, you can come on here and celebrate.
Can I come on sometime as the old man? So I'll be the
I've
old
seen
dude
you before,
next to
yeah. Yeah, you can. You can put your little old fucking, what kind of hat is that you wear?
Old Lives Matter?
Huh?
The Old Lives Matter?
Yeah, you can sit here beside me and we can stir it up.
You can do old Gus from Lonesome Dove and you can be Carl Childers the whole episode.
No, I reckon that sounds pretty good to me. Yes, sir.
That's the hard part, because you got long hair and a beard and shit. You'd have to shave it all off to pull full on Carl Childers.
Yeah. I'm fucking a hippie Carl Childers. I'm a hippie. They left me in a nervous hospital too long. I done let my hair grow out.
Speaking of Gus, I always like Robert Duvall's little part in that. Shitty as it was, just old dad sitting in his chair licking his lip like fucking George. Here, yeah.
That motherfucker didn't know what he was looking for.
He ain't got no boy.
Yeah. I done told you I ain't got no boy. Now leave me be.
So what do you think about this?
I think it sucks.
Okay. Give me a rating.
Honestly, and I don't want to be mean to anybody about Voodoo Ranger, but I'm going to say it's a 4.
That's pretty good for you and IPA.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I think you were trying to like IPA for a minute, huh? Just because they were stronger beers?
It's not bad, but it's just not my taste. You know, whether it's pineapple or fucking orange or whatever, you know, the
Flowers.
IPA is just, yeah, man.
I like the pine needle type of IPA flavor. Or the fishing smell.
Yeah.
That river water.
Fucking dirty coochie.
Mm-hmm.
I love a dirty coochie. You know, if you smell like rotten fish, I'm your man.
Our question, by the way, I forgot to ask, why do more survivors of murder victims not try killing the person who murdered their loved one?
What the fuck is this Perry Mason shit?
See,
I ain't no motherfucking detective.
Honestly, the questions were pulled at random. But if you want to joke around, I was totally just waiting.
Shane. This is our 3rd fucking round of fucking beers. Okay, are you drunk?
A little bit.
I'm drunk.
A little bit.
You expect me to answer that motherfucker?
Mm-hmm.
Why do more survivors of murder victims not try killing the person who murdered their loved one?
Before we talk about it, this thing, I don't remember being a fan of Voodoo Ranger. This thing actually tastes like pineapple. If you like pineapple, you're on the IPA train at all, you might really, really like this. I'm going to go 6 on it because the overall flavor beer profile on it feels a little basic. I know he's 4. I actually want to have a little more now that you said something.
All right.
Because I'm going to be honest, as many IPAs as I've had, I haven't had many. 2, I think now, that really taste like pineapple juice to me.
It's not as profound as the other IPAs that I've had, especially the Voodoo Rangers. It's a lot more laid back than the others.
Yeah. Hazy Imperial tells you what you need to know. If you imagine that like a malty Imperial light pineapple juice hop is punching you in the face. 9.5%. I shouldn't have poured another glass.
And they got this cool dude with a gold tooth on the front.
I'm so surprised, by the way. New Belgium is a big fucking brewery. Giant brewery. And they have sold the shit out of this Voodoo Ranger series.
Yeah.
Like it was a half-assed IPA, and now
here's the thing: they pushing that shit goes in Walmart.
Maybe it's the person on the label. Maybe it was just selling like mad.
That and the fact that it's out in more places than other craft beers. I mean, you pick this shit up in Walmart. That's where I was first introduced to.
Capitalized on IPA when it started becoming popular.
If Founders or Boulevard or any of them were fucking selling in Walmart, shit.
I think this is the brewery that makes Fat Tire. Like, just a classic.
Fat Tire.
Classic goddamn beer. You and I need to have a classic beer night. So you can see, like, what just the normal basic bitch beers we've been drinking all along are.
I don't know how to fucking answer this question, dude.
Have you ever thought about it, though? Like, if someone killed one of your kids, like, and you see these interviews all the time.
I guess the only way that I can explain that or I can answer that is conscience, their upbringing, the way they were raised, the moral of it. You know, you can't. You know, you're taught not to. You know. Not to kill. You know, killing is wrong. Now, as far as fucking hillbilly people and country people, rednecks, whatever.
I'm liking IPA right now.
You kill what you eat what you kill. And that's the only way you kill.
Yeah.
You don't kill for sport. You don't kill for hatred. You don't kill for. I mean, that's just my take on it. That's the way my kids were raised. You don't kill out of hate or vengeance or any of that. I guess you could say it's a sin. You don't do that.
So I wasn't necessarily raised with those things.
I understand that.
Like I grew up around a lot of people who, if you need somebody to be disappeared off a back road, it can happen.
Yeah, I understand that too.
What I will say about this one, I think, just thinking about it personally, I think what really holds most people back from seeking that revenge is a twofold thing. One, it's the fear that you're going to go to prison for life because you're going to get caught. They're going to know you went and did this because you thought they were guilty. And they may not be guilty.
Yeah.
Right? So that might kind of hold people back. But the other thing, if I can have thoughts again, because I'm drunk. Yeah.
My thing is karma is a bitch. These people that do wrong, it's going to come back on them.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them. Some of them, and I fight with Logan tooth and nail over this. And some of them just keep on doing what they've always been doing. But eventually, karma will play her hand on those that are wrong for what they do.
It happens. The harsh reality, though, is that a lot of things go unsolved. A lot of evils go.
But it doesn't
unpunished.
make the pain any less.
No, it doesn't. I mean, there's
and that is a pain that's indescribable.
Maybe that's part of it. You don't want to inflict what you're already going through onto some other family.
That could be it. Because there are some things in life that you could experience that you just you don't want to experience, and that's one of them.
I remember watching a thing. I think it's John Walsh.
Yeah,
that's who it was. Whose son was killed.
Daughter.
Was it daughter?
I think it was his. It may have been his son, but he's the one that didn't come up with the Amber Alert.
Yep. And the thing was, like, they had a blood imprint.
Brutally killed.
In the head cut off. And they had an imprint of, like, the face, like the side of the head on a floor mat in a car of the kid's face. Like, it was there. You could see it in the luminol test.
Yeah.
Plain as day. That's exactly what this was in this person's car.
That's fucked up.
And it just, like, he knew and whatever. Okay. It's a tough question for me, I think, because you see a lot of people who want that immediacy of vengeance, but they try to hold, like, maybe the law will actually work.
Yeah, but a lot of times it don't. And, then you got to...
a weed dealer's going to serve 60, years, but the murderer gets off in 5 and only serves 2.5.
It's a cruel world. But there and again, that's another part of the game, learning how to deal with that type of situation.
You're very understanding is what I'm coming to, because you still seem very at peace with all this. I'm Dextering out over here. I'm ready to...
Yeah, I've felt pain. I felt pain that I thought would kill me. Pain that didn't eat for several days, sleep, lost weight, got sick. But I overcame that. You'd be surprised what the body can take. Now, what can the mind take?
Yeah.
That's up to the individual.
I would agree.
If somebody did something to one of my grandkids, then it would probably be game over for me. My children have been raised and taught a certain way, but when somebody is defenseless, that's a whole different story.
That's the thing about this question. I remember I watched something on Netflix where a dude killed his wife. He also took his 2 daughters and put them in like, what is it, a water tower?
Yeah.
He dropped them in the top of a water tower and then just listened to them drown slowly. I mean...
There was a girl,
you got to...
25-year-old girl in it, down there close to where I live, that stabbed all 5 of her children.
Yeah.
3 or 4 weeks ago. And because CPS was on her about something, and after she stabs all of her children, she tells CPS they can have them. What kind of fucking individual does that to her children?
But isn't it crazy that we live in a society where you're so certain of the justice system that you sit back and let it run its course?
But see, here's what you say that, but I'm not comfortable with my justice system because this person will plead insanity, spend 6 months, a year, maybe 2 years in the loony bin, and be back out on the streets.
Even more reason then. Why don't you see more stories on those crime shows where it's like someone killed my kid or my grandkid and I fucking went and took them out? Like, is that just overlooked? Or
I don't know if you realize it, but the government has done away with most of the state facilities that house mentally unstable people.
Yeah.
They've done away with all that shit. Why?
I mean,
these are the people that are fucking doing this shit.
That's what defund the police was about. They don't want to get rid of cops. They just want to send like mental health professionals instead of armed guards.
And I go back to that first word, government.
Yeah.
You know,
and we talked about this earlier, right? For me, it's moneyed interest. For you, it's government. We don't have that much disparity between our beliefs. We're getting warm down here. Yeah. Shall we go ahead and move on to an Oktoberfest for Yuengling?
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm ready to get past that Voodoo Ranger.
It was pineapple-y.
That's good for you, not so much me. That's got a pretty color.
This is your common October beer. It's 5.4%.
October, huh? Well,
you're thinking another German Fest beer. It's Americanized. Maybe I'm wrong, actually. This smells genuine.
Speaking of smells, get the fuck over there.
You farting?
Oh, man, bad.
It's a bad time to be sniffing a beer.
It smells.
I'm picking up Eric's farts. A little bit of his asshole.
General soul. No, wait a minute. I smell a fortune cookie coming along. It smells kind of like the last fucking beer we drank. But I know it don't taste like that.
The Voodoo Ranger?
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of that German one we had from the last episode. The 6 beer.
Yeah, see, that's not bad. What I got to keep in... Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
It goes over here.
It's got a more malty character, like a caramel quality to it on the back end.
What I got to keep in mind is these are not going to be dark beers.
No, they're not.
These are IPAs or lagers. I don't know what this one is. It's a wheat beer, isn't it? Yuengling. What is that?
There's very small words on that bottle.
So is. I can't fucking read them.
Question is, you'd never wear a shirt that said what? That's a tough one for this table.
It's so weird.
We aren't offended by much.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I was going to wear a shirt up here. I don't know if you remember it, but back in the day, I used to have the shirt of this fucking scuba diver, and it said Muff Diver on it. You remember that?
Didn't it just say Muff, and then it was a picture of the diver?
Yeah. And I was going to wear that, and I couldn't fucking find it. And me and Kiss went back and forth. I thought it was one that you made from your Crude Mama's Boys deal, and she said it was one she got from one of her drivers that did fucking rank fucking t-shirts and shit. So anyway, I guess she was right. Huh?
I think she was.
But I couldn't find it nonetheless. Otherwise, I'd have wore it. So you're stuck with VHS.
I think Muff Diver dates back a little further.
Mm-hmm.
If you took a German Oktoberfest beer and you added a little extra caramel amber quality to it, that's what this beer has going for it. Man. I mean, I'm going to give it a 7. It's real fucking drinkable, though. Real fucking drinkable. You may disagree. Do you?
I'm fucking drunk. It's
a 0 and a 10 all at the same time, okay?
I'll go with right in the middle. It's a 5.
Okay.
It's decent for me. And that's good, seeing as where I'm at.
Yeah.
You
don't know how to handle a 5.4% beer because you're too busy dealing with 12.5%. And as drunk as you are, we have a question to answer, but I want you to know these next two, they might be up your alley. I know that last one is. It's not going to be the Mississippi Mud.
I've been looking at it for a spell here, I reckon.
You don't even drink Mississippi Mud. You drink like Mississippi clay.
Yes, sir.
Like it's
good, all right.
Thick as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never wear a shirt that said what? I don't want to offend anyone. Personally.
I don't care. I will.
I mean, you might. Because I know this is like a... I understand...
You guys watch this be offended, so let's do it, man.
Okay. I'm gonna go out there. If someone gave me this shirt, I'd never wear it. You ready? Trump 2024. I understand fuck the establishment. I understand go against the grain, drain the swamp, all those things. I just wish they were true.
I don't know.
And I don't know that I believe that they are.
You know why that is? Because somebody else is pulling the fucking strings.
I don't doubt that.
It'll come down to one person. It's.
I mean, even leftists are learning that. You vote them into power, and then within a year, they're fucking centrists.
I mean,
come on.
I don't want to get started because I don't want to have the fucking feds knocking on my door because I know how Joe Biden plays. Ooh, but yeah, they these puppets on a string, man. We the people. That's all I got to say.
I'll tell you something about Joe Biden. Might make you feel better. I'm being genuine.
Okay.
Back in 2008, when I was a little young pup, I didn't know much. I was just watching the debates. I really liked Joe Biden.
Really?
Back in 2008. I wasn't the biggest Obama person because I felt like there's a bunch of fake shit you're selling us. You're not telling us what we need to know. The thing is, years later, I found out about Joe Biden's record.
Yeah?
When you can actually look at someone's voting record.
And what about his record now?
I mean, I think motherfucker has brain worms, if I'm being honest.
Out in the wash?
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about fucking him and China, kind of. Look, here's my deal. I want to meet Corn Pop. Dude, that's who I want to fucking meet.
He was a bad dude. He ran with some bad boys.
But I want to see him. I want to meet him anyway.
I mean, personally, I was always more concerned because Joe Biden has hairy legs, and the kids would come out and they would
rub his fucking legs, and motherfucker's got a story for everything.
Here's the thing: I've gotten no love at all for these politicians, and I think sadly, if you're not looking at small little areas, little pockets where certain representatives actually vote, and I'm even counting some Republicans. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Some Texas Republicans actually vote in favor of marijuana legalization, and they vote in favor of, equality.
You do know that passed unanimously, right?
What?
A marijuana bill passed unanimously. It just has to go in front of the House, and it will get shot down by Dan Patrick and the others, but it passed unanimously. That's the first time it's ever happened.
You know what we need is more direct ballot initiatives. You ever go to the voting polls and they ask you, like, hey, we're asking people to vote. Do we legalize marijuana or not?
Right. Yep.
And you know what everybody says, Democrat or Republican? Almost all of them say, yes, let's fucking make money off of it and legalize it.
If you're not going to fucking legalize gambling, you dumb motherfuckers, legalize fucking weed. You got Oklahoma, you got Louisiana making all this fucking money. People drive from Texas to go spend their money in Oklahoma or Louisiana, but you won't. There was a bill several years ago. They were going to build a fucking casino right down in Carl's Corner, and it never got off the ground. Why?
Idaho.
I'll tell you why.
Idaho right now. We were talking about that, right? Not many people up there. And what they're starting to do is they're backing themselves into a corner and making it like, you don't want to come live here. You don't want to live here. It's beautiful, but you don't want to live here.
Yeah.
Here's what happens in Idaho. They're passing a bill right now, or trying to, that says even if you try to have an abortion out of state, even if you try to get like Plan B medicine from out of state, if your aunt does it or whatnot, she could serve a minimum of 2 years in prison. Like a maximum of like 20 years or something that they could. This is what's happening in the same state where it's a little fucking curve. Yeah. You can drive like 20, 30 minutes and you're in Washington or where you can buy marijuana and bring the products right. And they do. Yeah. A lot of fucking people do. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's just it's so hypocritical. We have to be better at understanding each other as people. We still haven't answered this question. We went off on a political tangent.
Yeah, that's sorry. That's one thing that gets me is how you can do one thing in one state or another state over here beside you. It's like Oklahoma. Don't think I haven't tried. You got to have
It's a license, right? It's a licensing issue.
Yep, and it's a medical thing.
Just like fishing
it's
up there.
It's not recreational, It's a medicinal deal, so you got to show proof of residency in Oklahoma, and then you got to show your medical card. And
still, that's one thing, but to say like you can't visit another state.
Oregon is like, come on in.
They want them.
Fucking, we went in there. Yeah, I'll take a gram of that. Yeah, give me some of them cookies over there too. Like I walked out of there feeling like a king. And I felt like a king too. Fuck, but anyway,
that's one of those things I still want to do. But the only time I ever visited a weed shop was 5 minutes before I was getting on a plane. You can't take that on a plane.
And it was cool as fuck too because we were right there. Our B&B was on the Pacific Coast Highway.
That's awesome, man.
And we walked across the street and got fucking dope, and walked back across the street and ate that shit and smoked that shit. And fuck, man. I love you, Brock. I went to his wedding, man, and I ate a cookie that morning while kids had gone to do her rehearsal. And I ate a whole cookie because the cookie the night before didn't really do much to me.
Right.
And I ate a cookie and we went across the street, Ray and Blue and I, and We got one of them big old ass fucking foot long corny dogs and ate them motherfuckers. And I come back and fell asleep. And when I woke up, I was higher than fucking bird pookie, man. I was fucking higher than I've ever been in a long time. And I got up and she was already back. She's like, hey, we got to get ready for the wedding. I'm like, man, can I stay here? You know? And no. And so I got ready and we fucking left and Blue was driving. And he's driving up Pacific Coast Highway. Got a fucking mountain on this side. Got a fucking ocean on this side.
Yeah, okay.
And a fucking tunnels and shit.
All right.
And so I'm fucking high.
California type shit.
Yes, yeah. And I'm like, man, fuck, please, God, please help me. You know, and I'm praying all the way up. And he finally gets to the parking place, and we get out, and it feels like I'm fucking floating. I shit you not, Shane. And we get out there to the fucking beach, and it's fucking dog day. Nice. I swear to God, they're having a fucking wedding, nice. And there's dogs 15 million everywhere. Fucking dogs everywhere, and I'm looking around. It's kind of misty, you know, and haystack rocks out there, and I'm like, oh, fuck, man. And I got to put a mask on and act like sloth, and I'm fucked up, you know.
I'm taking my kids to the shelter tomorrow, and I have to try my damnedest to not come home with a dog or a cat. The problem is my son loves cats, my daughter loves dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to try to treat it like a pet store experience, but I know I'm probably going to come home with like a cat or a dog.
If you don't, you're going to come home with broken-hearted kids.
Yeah.
Oh, daddy.
I took Taylor to Laura's house last weekend. And they got one real cool ass cat.
Yeah.
And then one that like just scratched him, like scratches right up by his eye. And he was still like, Dad, I love kitty cats. Like, he didn't give a shit. So, what would you never wear a shirt of?
Man, I don't know. I'd wear anything, but I guess what I wouldn't wear a shirt of is fucking dicks or anything like that. I don't play butt darts, you know.
Okay. But he would rather look at some dicks than some vaginas. I'm just saying, I'm not saying. Tejano Pecano is up next.
That's right.
This is Oak Highland Brewery again, and it's a brown brewed with pecans. It is 6.2%.
This is what I've been waiting for. 6.2, huh?
I know what you're waiting
Look
for.
At
it ain't
that
this.
Head, God, dog.
Well, I poured it like a monster, so.
Well, I pour it like a baby here.
This is better. When you work at a bar and you've been drinking scotch in a soda cup all night. Oh, that's how you pour a beer. Cheers.
That's got a darker color to it.
Just a good night.
All right.
Beautiful.
Well, hell with Texas pecans. Here's to your pecans, Texas.
Pecan doesn't have a real heavy flavor on its own. You have to sugar coat that shit to make it pop.
Yeah, it does not.
You can't smell it, but you can taste it, and it's natural fucking pecan.
You know, this doesn't taste much different than this right here.
No. If you got rid of the foreign character in this, it'd be almost identical.
Yep. Different color.
Yeah.
Similar taste.
Yep. That's a brown.
6.2. What's this one?
4.5, I think. We're going to ignore that one because it ain't pecans and it's less alcohol. Second question.
If you were part of a South Park episode, what would the episode's theme be? Fuck, man, I don't know Timmy or Tommy or whatever the fuck all them things are.
I mean, they joke about everything, so.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess I got an answer for it.
My problem with browns is not really a problem. It's an alcoholic problem for sure. It's that I find them so drinkable. I imagine every time I taste a brown, I imagine I'm out at a baseball game and I have a bottomless supply of beers to drink and I'm just going to fucking keep drinking because that's what they make me want to do. Yeah. I want to drink this until I die. It's not to say it's the best beer I've ever had, It's just drinkable.
But it's a clean, pretty beer.
It's American, too. There's nothing really foreign about it.
And I'm fucking drunk.
Join the club. You and I, at a distance, look like opposite sides of the spectrum. But I keep trying to tell people this. I don't really think most of us have a whole lot of difference between us. We're just sold
There's
that
more
shit.
in common with everybody than what we lead on. We are told we are made to be divisive.
Yeah. That's how they keep squeezing money out of us.
Yeah, there's no qualms about that. That's what the American government is designed to do, is make us divisive.
They would rather that the middle class and the poor stayed in some eternal struggle than ever look at the upper class, ever look at the rich. None of us have much of anything in common with those people. But we're all sold on the dream of, well, you can get as rich as you want to in this country. Cool. Like 5 people do.
I would like
out of
to
300 plus million.
Yeah, I would like to me a chunk of land to be forgotten about. That's what I'd like to do.
But you can't.
Nope.
That's the problem.
Not in the country of United States of America, you can't.
But the people, the majority of people, would not have a problem with that. It's the powers that be.
That's right.
But that's where
it's control.
And is it money?
Here's the thought. David Koresh.
Was that help me out? Burned place?
Waco.
Thank you.
Branch Davidian.
I wanted to say Austin. That wasn't right.
Motherfuckers weren't killing nobody down there.
They didn't do themselves any favor either.
No, they didn't.
I've seen those docs.
Yeah, they did not. But what started it all was the ATF, the government.
Fair.
You've got these guns down here. You're doing this. You're doing that. So I'll fuck 4 broads a night. You know.
I mean, but if you're fucking 4 underage broads and they're not willing. Like, that's a different scenario. You know what I mean?
I don't know about underage.
That's
I don't think they were. What was that? What was that one cat that was up there doing that? He was what do they call them? They're not Mennonites. They're not. Are they Amish? There's one dude that was fucking everybody, and then
Mormons?
it all broke up. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
But anyway,
we just offended a whole lot of people. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking to offend anybody. I'm just saying the government they don't. Okay, what about the guys in Idaho, South Dakota? Not South Dakota. Where that pipeline was, where they went in there, the ATF went in there and fucking ganked all those guys that were on their own land, where that pipeline ran through or some shit.
I don't know that. I don't know the specifics. I think that what we're getting at here is we're all sold different propaganda. I remember seeing a story where there was some supposed criminal or something. They were having a standoff.
Yeah.
And they sent in like
Yes.
It wasn't even a drone. It was like a auto-targeted missile that flew in there and blew this dude up on American soil.
But see, what you got to realize is, you're also seeing what you're supposed to see.
I try not to.
Do you agree that the media is they don't play fair? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. See, and as long as that's happening, then it's an uneven playing field.
It's all an uneven playing field.
Yeah.
It's all built to serve the wealthy.
Yep.
Anyway.
No names.
We didn't rate this even. Shit.
I'm gonna do this.
Jeez.
I'm gonna go with the 5 for this. I'm not. I didn't get any fucking pecans out of it, but it's decent.
I taste pecan, and I really, really like the drinkability on it. I could see people saying 7. I'm going to say 6. Just because I've had some really impressive beers tonight, so I think that's swaying my favor.
Okay.
South Park episode. Theme.
I got a good one. Marijuana.
Okay.
I'd love to see the motherfucker smoking a little doobie.
So it's going to be Eric and Towley. You seen Towley on some South Park before?
Yeah. Oh, chink-eyed.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Yep, that's it.
All right, so
that'd be a good episode.
Maybe this is TMI, but you can't fail a drug test. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly legal. So,
right,
just like drinking alcohol in my spare time, I have become slightly obsessed because I'm eventually hoping to move away from alcohol. And I struggle with things.
What am I gonna do?
Back pain and stuff. Motherfucker, I don't know. You from the old school. You know all the drugs. You done had it all. But marijuana, I haven't smoked since I was pretty much a teen. Did it off and on. But it always made me paranoid. And unless I was off in my own zone, I just couldn't handle it. Edibles have been a more recent thing that I can't fuck with. That shit just makes me feel like I'm going to die. I think it's THC because I can have the CBD. I've been taking the CBD pills. They relax me. I still feel present. I sleep well. I don't feel pain. I'm just in a good mood. So,
you want me to elaborate?
Sure.
I'll elaborate on that.
Because you seem to enjoy THC.
Because, number one, I still smoke weed. Thank you. I smoke it. I smoke the illegal shit. I've smoked the.
He doesn't mean crack. He means variations of marijuana. He means
crack.
The perp. He smoked the perp.
The what do they call it? Synthetics that you can buy over the counter. And actually they have. I walked in there the other day and I couldn't believe what all they had. They had the dab stuff that looks like hash, but it's not really hash.
Answer me a question. What the fuck is hash? I've never known. I was always scared to try it because I thought it was not just concentrated, burnt down.
Beautiful, man. Hash tastes so good.
Is it just like coal marijuana?
It's resin from marijuana.
Okay.
That they somehow they strain out and they ball it up.
There's nothing else laced in. There's nothing else laced into it though.
No.
I know what it looks like.
It's straight THC.
Okay.
It's straight marijuana, but it's pure THC. And now they have what they call dab, which is like hash. It looks like hash, and that's what it is. And they have what moon rocks, which are another form of dash. They have the oil, which is a THC oil. They have all kinds of shit that they've come up with. Technology being what it is. But no, if it wasn't for that, I don't know where I'd be. I can say the what you call them, the edibles, not the cookies or anything, but those little old fucking gummies. Man, they make me want to hide in the fucking closet.
Eat it,
and that's part of the THC. It's paranoia.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I haven't smoked it in so long because I used to love smoking weed.
Yeah,
but now it's edibles, it's cookies, it's vitamins, it's all that.
Well,
and that shit, yeah, you have to eat it and go to sleep for like at least 10 hours.
From back in the day, marijuana had like, I don't know, 10, 15% THC.
Oh God, when it was so low and smooth.
Yes,
you could smoke like 2 joints and
like
still 30%,
feel good. Or more.
Ugh.
So yeah, I've somebody has brought me some stuff. That it's like, man, fucking put me in the fucking couch. And it's just too fucking strong for me, you know.
Like if I'm smoking with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I want the old shit.
Yeah,
you know?
I would agree.
I want the creeper stuff or whatever, you know.
Listen to a little Pink Floyd, smoke some good.
Yeah, I don't want this stuff that, you know, it's going to knock me in the fucking couch, you know, and y'all got to look for me when, you know. But anyway.
South Park episode's theme. I would think like forgotten music and poetry. I don't think they've ever explored poetry in South Park, and I think that would be hilarious.
All right.
So.
Poetry. All right.
Panty dropper.
It's beeping, Shane. Fuck. I just flipped it off, too.
Man, it's hard to be quiet when you're drunk. And I'm fucking drunk.
Yeah, I am, too.
All right, so... the demons have been released. Are you ready to try this final?
I am.
I bet it's warm as shit by now, but 1554.
It's not that bad.
What does this one call itself? This is Belgian. 6%.
See, I handed you that because I can't read that shit.
It's very small writing, to be fair. Dry chocolatey finish, evocative of dark brews enjoyed in Belgian taverns 500 years ago. And it calls it an enlightened dark ale brewed with spice.
Like Mr. Peabody says, we going way, way, way back in the Wayback Machine.
So I'm thinking Christmas, but not heavy like the ones you brought over tonight.
It's dark, too.
Smells pretty delicious.
Here's your question. What's your favorite type of wine? I already know the
wine?
Answer. Yeah, I already know the answer to that.
Man, you put it face down in the motherfucker. I feel like I ain't even ready. Hold up.
Yeah.
We ain't doing any more episodes. I am intoxicated. We'll say that.
All right. Well, this smells similar to what we've been drinking.
It does. It's very, like it has that coppery amber quality. Mm-hmm. It's not quite as stout. Maybe porter mixed with brown, which I really, really like, by the way.
That's not bad at all. That is not bad at all.
I would think if you were ever looking for a light experience...
What the fuck is this one missing that the rest of them have had that it just didn't appeal to me?
The darker grain.
This is not bad.
They toasted the grain longer. You know, cocoa is it's just a nib from a tree, from a plant, right? Mm-hmm. What they do with this is they take it's essentially oatmeal, and they start to darken it. They can caramelize it. You get something like this.
Yeah.
And they go a little bit darker. You get your Tejano Pecano, but then they get to the chocolates right before it burns. They get this. And I think that might be... it took me a while to appreciate. I had Sam Adams, I think cream stout, or their black, way back in the day. Like, it was unbelievable how dark and toasty it was without tasting burnt. God, though. What I was trying to say is, I think if you were ever looking for low ABV, lower ABV, what was this?
I don't mean, no.
6%.
I thought it was 6.
Yeah, you could double on that. Mm-hmm. And it's light, you know? You don't want to get too full too fast. So this is kind of your kind of beer, but without all the weight.
I'm going to go with a fucking 6.
All right. That's respectable.
Yeah, it's good. And that's saying something for me.
Because it does put itself in the dark category.
Yeah. Well, just the way it tastes. But I'm going to say if I'm... If I'm going to give it a 6, then you're probably going to give it like 8 or some shit.
So I told you earlier I have a 10 in the fridge.
Fuck.
Right?
Yeah.
Like one that I consider a 10 because of its drinkability and its dark notes and everything else.
Right.
There's something about the balance here. It's not quite there. But I will call this, if you're looking for ease of drinkability and you want a dark fucking beer that's just grand, it just goes, I mean, this is the one. I thought it back in the day. I still think it. It's a 9.
Okay.
For me. If you're looking for molasses, you know, that dehydrated piss, this ain't it. New Belgium's 1554.
A 9.
Not to discount their Voodoo Ranger. I mean, that was better than I expected, but...
Wow, those are the same. They do Voodoo Ranger too?
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
And Oak Highlands does the triple, and then you got your Oktoberfest and your Hershey's.
All right, then.
So what you think you enjoyed most? Which brewery you think captures your attention? Since you have 2 obsessions at this point, right? You got Founders. What's the other one?
Boulevard.
Boulevard.
And
amazing, by the way.
Yeah, I've got to tip my hat to Boulevard. They set this fucking party off right tonight.
We are pretty intoxicated.
Yeah, sure. All of this right here, I probably would not have rated it or been. I would not be tolerable of it the way I have been if it weren't for the fucking first round.
It all tastes so light by way of comparison. Nothing here is anywhere near that heavy.
Yep. Yeah, because that first round was heavy as shit, and we're pretty fucking loaded too. And I can officially say to all your listeners out there, I am fucking drunk.
If it makes you feel better, you're not alone. And we still have a question to answer.
Yeah.
One I don't even know. Have you had a lot of wine experience?
Fuck no, man. I don't drink fucking wine.
At all?
Let me back up. Let me recant. Boone's Farm.
It's technically a wine product.
That's been a long, long time ago.
Actually, Boone's Farm might be malt beverage, and it's Mad Dog 2020 that's wine, which we found out recently. Mad Dog is fucking disgusting.
It sure the fuck is. Now, we used to take fucking bottles of Moondog. Fucking Moondog. That shit. Country Quencher.
Country Quencher.
Man, I remember. My sister remembers. Your aunt remembers. We all used to fucking drink that shit back in the day. Boone's Farm Country Quencher. And if they didn't have Country Quencher, and they sold it at the fucking Easy Check, if I'm not mistaken, we could pick it up at the Easy Check. And guess who fucking runs the Easy Checks?
My granddad.
Yep.
Or Billy if he was ever out. My dad.
We're not saying nothing, but anyway, fun times. Y'all remember them, and that was my wine extent. I don't fucking dabble in red wines or white wines. I drink beer.
I'll share my history since you're on here.
Okay.
When I turned 21, my aunt and uncle, Miss Jennifer and Joel, had a little house off the university in Denton, right by the McDonald's and the J-Bo. And we would go down to Kroger or the corner store 7-Eleven or what have you. And I mean, for me, it was always the blue Hawaiian. I had to have that fucking... We would barbecue, we'd grill, and it was blue Hawaiian. I would drink 2 or 3 bottles of that, be fucking gone.
Yeah.
That was my jam back in the day.
Yeah.
So Boone's Farm, I definitely have a special place for. Mad Dog, when we all thought the world was going to end.
Yep.
My cousin Corey and I got real drunk. That's the Idaho Hillbilly for you who've been watching the show for a while. We got drunk. And I was sitting outside in a chair, just kicking it. And he came out there. And I was so drunk that he told me, like, we should go walk down the road and say hi to, my mom's friend or whatnot. We went fucking walking around Justin, Texas after midnight. Got picked up by the cops and brought back home. Joel out in the middle of the street, Happy fucking New Year, screaming to everybody. Like, Mad Dog I do not have good memories of. And retasting it, no, it's not good. Boone's Farm, it's pretty good. It's just too sugary.
The last time I drank Boone's Farm, I remember this. Fuck, I don't know what I was doing, but anyway. When I started smoking weed, we lived in a little place called Village East.
That's where I lived.
Apartment complex, Village East.
For a long time.
And somebody else.
I lived there too.
Lived down the road on Shawnee. I'm not going to say any names. But he and another, I don't know how he knew him, but guy that had a Suzuki motorcycle decided to get me high for the first time underneath the fucking bridge.
Suzuki motorcycle.
Yes. Well, okay. Billy Burris was his name.
You just found people who named Billy back in the day, and that was your people.
Well, listen, hey, that's not the shit. We got high underneath for the first time underneath the bridge right there at 380, where the propane place was by Village East. It's the first time I ever got high, and I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
I bet you did.
So I used to frequent that bridge occasionally, even by myself, to get high.
Bro, not to interrupt your story, when you mix all 6 of these, you know what you smell on the top? Pineapple. I ain't bullshitting. Go ahead.
That right there.
Go ahead. Den North, you're off Mingo Road. I know exactly where you're at.
No, it's Village East. And
hold on. Village East.
Yeah, the apartments.
What did I say?
You said Denton North. Yeah.
Den North is Evers. Village East, it's Mingo Road.
Denton North is Mingo, and 380 is right there in between.
What you got?
380 on one side, Mingo on the other side.
Denton North Tap Road or some shit like that. There's Fish Trap down the way. It runs alongside the railroad track.
Yes.
Yep.
Village East does. And there's an empty field beside the apartments there. And I'm coming back from the under the bridge there, high as fuck. And I got a bottle of Country Quencher. I guess I got it from the East Check. Right there by the Village East, and I'm drinking the fuck out of that thing. I drank that sucker down, and I wound up. I felt like fucking what's the girl off of Wizard of Oz? What's Dorothy?
Dorothy?
I felt like Dorothy had fucking fell in them fucking bed of poppies. I fucking fell asleep in that fucking field, drunker than fuck. And when I woke up, man, it was wet. I mean, the dew and shit had fucking all. Yeah, it was. I don't know how long I'd been laying there. I woke up and everything was wet, man. And I fucking got up and fucking walked to the fucking house. I don't know how long I was laying in that fucking dude's field. And, but yeah, that's the last time I drank fucking Boone's Farm. I was like, fuck that, man. That shit knocked me the fuck out.
My friend Chewy had me scared to smoke pot forever. Yeah, not to sidestep. I thought we were in the same kind of category.
Yeah.
Which I was a scary little kid anyway. They sold us in Dare. They sold heroin the same as they sold marijuana.
What?
I mean, yeah, that's how. I would bet money that's still how they sell it. Like, because it's Schedule I drug, and, I was fucking terrified of it. Especially considering my dad smoked it, and that's the only person I knew, and he was who he is.
Yeah.
So, first time I ever smoked pot, I was already drunk. I'd been drinking Shiner with Harold, which is my aunt's boyfriend. And
Harold.
Yes, who is now deceased and sad situation because he went on to live a beautiful life and has kids. And anyway,
wow.
He was a good guy. I liked Harold. He was an alcoholic, but loved his Schlitz. We were drinking Shiner. So we're drunk on Shiner one night in my room, listening to music. They start smoking joints. I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of being asked. I'm going to go down this road and see what it's like. I'm already drunk.
Yeah.
They leave me alone. This is Pink Floyd era, right? You joke about that metal album.
Yeah.
But, like, that's what I was listening to. They left to go somewhere. I'm sitting in my recliner. They left, turned the lights off, shut the door. When they came back, at some point I had fallen, like, backward in the corner in my recliner. I was upside down, high and drunk. I loved it. I have no idea how to explain that, but I loved it.
Yeah, Pink Floyd took me to a whole nother plane. I can't even tell you how many experiences I had with Pink Floyd.
There's nothing else like that.
Yeah,
nothing.
We had a single wide trailer at Vacation Village, and I had these fucking tiles in the ceiling that had all these little holes in them. And I come home one night.
One of these days.
Yes, I come home one night tripping, and that's probably what I was doing, was tripping. And I had the bathroom in my fucking room. Well, I always slept with that bathroom door that open and that light on. And that motherfucking door, boy, kept doing this shit. You know, it's creaking open and shut, and fucking, I'm looking at the fucking holes, and it's like another universe up there, and I'm like, man, fuck, God, please help me, man. I'll never fucking do this shit again if you just help me get through this, man. I prayed and prayed all night long, fucking trying to get through that shit. But yeah, one of these days, Nick Mason on fucking drums. Shit scared the fuck out of me, man.
So if I'm understanding correctly, not to cut off your story, which metal is, from what I remember seeing, the cheapest Pink Floyd album to buy. And that's the first song on the album that you're talking about, is One of These Days.
Yep.
I always preferred Pillow of Winds. I don't know, it made me feel calm. One of These Days made me feel paranoid, which I think says something.
Yep.
I can't handle THC. Your favorite type of wine is Boone's Farm, in your experience? Is that what I'm gathering?
Yep.
For me,
I haven't had any fancy wine. So
none? We ain't had a wine episode together, nothing like that yet? Okay.
Well, I've had your fucking homebrews.
Yeah, the homebrew's different.
Prune juice.
homebrew's different. I don't even think you've had the good shit.
Yeah, I got drunk off that shit, though.
I bet you did. It's all as strong. It's all like 15, 16%.
Yeah, where you at, Al? I miss you.
Yeah, I think Al would like to be here every weekend.
Oh, fuck.
My favorite type of wine, Pinot Noir. Hands down.
Pinot.
Like, you could take most cheap-ass brands of Pinot Noir, put it up against as expensive anything else, and it's going to win out. I think the only exception there, and I don't even like light wine, would be the Gewürztraminer from Beringer.
I don't know what he's saying.
It's my wife's favorite wine. It's
Pinot Noir.
Gewürz.
Gewürz.
I have no idea how it's said, right?
No. It's drinkable. That's all I know.
So you and I have sat through 3 episodes. We are officially drunk.
Yeah, I am.
Shall we sign off?
I suppose so. I don't know. Y'all want to hear some more? What the fuck?
You got final thoughts?
No.
We can just chat for a minute if you want to, but it's a whole new battery.
Yeah, we got an hour or so. You motherfuckers want to listen? We'll fucking talk. You know, you want to hear a story? I'll tell you a story about how I banged 5 bitches in one night. Y'all want to hear that shit?
Oh,
I don't think you do.
True story.
Yeah.
All mixed up. What's weird is I still get like really great coppery beer flavor.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking pineapple.
You can have all of that.
Kicking.
You fucking
It's
drink it
9.5%.
Well, fucking
and it's
drink
a tall boy.
Yeah.
And the IPAs,
They get you fucking juiced.
they do me like marijuana does me. They fucking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up like Donnie in the morning with a gold fucking tooth.
Get Get your ass high then, fuck. I don't care.
So here's a question. If we're randomly talking.
Okay.
Have you heard yet? Firstly, where do you stand on Zeppelin?
I like Zeppelin. Zeppelin has good music. Why you ask? Are you asking me what one versus the other, or?
I don't want a versus. I'm just asking if you've listened to Greta Van Fleet's "Battle at Garden's Gate" yet.
I have not heard that particular song.
It's an album.
Okay, I have not heard that album. The last song I heard from them, and I didn't realize they put out another album until you just said that, was, what the fuck is the name of that song? Light My Life.
Okay.
That's the last one I've heard from them.
That's a good one.
But Highway Song is real Led Zeppelin-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, that album in general, Jeez, I've been drinking. Was it Fires? From the Fires, I think is what that album is. It's only 8 tracks, but jeez. Yeah.
I really want to see how far this band can take it. How far they go with their
live shit is so regal.
Yeah.
And they've straight up said stop with the Led Zeppelin comparisons, and I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Because
it is. Led Zeppelin is no more.
No.
So
I will show you something Lyndon showed me, just for podcast people in the future. It's an album by a rapper that has strong ass Pink Floyd vibes.
Really?
In the beginning, yeah, it's so weird. Anyway,
see, you're gonna have fun trying to top David Gilmour and Roger Waters and
I don't think there's any topping
Nick
them.
Mason, and
I've kind of given that up. Topping, I've kind of given that up.
But see, I understand. The way I understand it is, if you're going to watch a Pink Floyd show, then the show to watch would be a Nick Mason or a David Gilmour, because Roger Waters involves a lot of fucking politics in his shit.
He does
when he comes through. So
I think the best
Nick Mason is the one that supposedly has a saucer full of secrets or whatever it is.
Live for them was that God, where did they do it? Pompeii.
Yeah,
that was my favorite that I've seen.
Yep.
I mean, some of the performances from Pulse, I really like a lot of what Roger Waters does solo, but
what was the name of that fucking song? It may be Pulse that has the fucking Flight of the Albatross in it. 23 minutes long.
Yeah. I'm struggling. I'm sorry.
I think it is Pulse. Well, I'm not positive, but yeah.
What the shit is that called?
What's that?
I'm trying to remember the name of the song.
I think it's called Pulse.
That's the name of the double live. I want to say it's from Amagama. Dude, this is problematic because my favorite Pink Floyd is slightly after that. So I gotta look now.
I will tell you, a lot of the Pink Floyd that I've come to enjoy of late is Division Bell, David Gilmour stuff. But don't think I don't like those 23-minute songs and shit.
You hear your daughter laugh at me?
No.
Because I had to change the song order on Division Bell, so it made more sense for me.
Really? Why?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I like...
She didn't think that...
It's called Echoes.
Echoes, that's it. She didn't think that that David Gilmour actually says get fucked in that fucking one song. And I'm like, yeah, he's... Talk about they told him to get fucked, and you know.
It was weird to me that they came with Cluster 1 in that album which was just this real calm, soothing vibe. And then just bam, hardest song on the album. That was weird to me. Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, what do you want from me?
I really like the song. I just wanted it in a different place. So I tried to mix it differently. Anyway.
It's interesting, though, to hear David Gilmour's input without Roger Waters, you know, and then Roger Waters, you know, before that, it's okay, what are you fuckers going to do?
It reminds me of Fleetwood Mac. Like the songwriters in that group, when they split, they did some amazing work. When they were together, they did some amazing work.
Yep.
Like, how do you differentiate?
Yep.
It's just rough.
Yeah, now everybody's dying off.
I heard, by the way, that Kiss's Dynasty album was not great, in your opinion?
Yes, I didn't really care for any of that.
Okay.
I don't. If you ask me about Kiss...
Do you think it's experience, like the time that you lived in?
Probably, and the fact that I really didn't get into Kiss until probably... Oh, what was that album that came out where they were unmasked?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of the
All
album.
Hell's Breaking Loose, maybe, is the name of the album. I don't remember, but there was Destroyer, and then I think it was the one where they came out unmasked. That's when it really, you know, all right, fuck Kiss is here now. They fucking take the fucking covers off, you know. Here we go. For me, you know, and they had, you know, their sound had obviously, you know, improved, you know, with technology and everything. But Gene Simmons finally figured out he can't sing and let Paul Stanley do the sing.
He really can't. I want to think that I undervalued some of those earlier albums. But man, he can't sing.
Yeah, no, he can't.
I mean, I love what he brings to the table.
Yeah. He's really a genius when it comes to marketing.
Oh yeah, you watch that fucking Lick It Up video?
Yeah.
Like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, and he's, you know, he's kept back when. What was the name of that fucking outfit? Was it LimeWire? Yeah, it was LimeWire. Back when LimeWire was fucking using all those fucking songs and throwing them out there.
Oh, got you, yeah.
And Metallica and Kiss were the two fucking groups that sued the fuck out of them. Gene Simmons fucking, they stopped LimeWire from doing that shit. No, you're not doing that to us. And, yeah. Gene Simmons is, he's a force. And he's also fucked half of everybody in the fucking country.
Wish I could say the same.
Yeah. So, anyway.
But unfortunately, I got addicted to One Piece, and that's where
I'm right there with you, you know. Oh, lonely feller. Anyway.
So, I mean, we can cut this out of the conversation for sure. I can go turn it off right now.
No, you can, you motherfuckers.
They're not listening to us anyway.
They don't give a fuck. We're drunk.
I mean, that's probably true. By the way, I ordered a Peaches record. So it's like techno type sex music.
Yeah.
Oh. And they sent me a Rolling Stones record. And I never in my life thought, like, I'm going to get a Rolling Stones record and be upset about it. But it was that Some Girls album. I was like, man, this ain't what the fuck I ordered.
Rolling Stones.
I looked it up. It was twice as expensive as that Peaches album I ordered. And I straight sent it back. And I thought about it after the fact. Like, man, I could have turned a little bit of profit on that.
Rolling Stones. Huh.
I've never really gone down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, but
Rolling Stones are different. I know there's this old gal we used to try to get in her fucking britches at fucking Village East. Billy was bad about it.
She was big on them?
Yes. She drove a fucking, like a 65 Mustang. And, fucking single woman. And we were both fucking jockeying for position and shit, you know. She had fucking 2 kids. She had a boy and a fucking girl. They were both our age, you know, but, you know, single women in the fucking apartment complex, kind of like, you know what's up, but
scratch offs at the corner store. Yeah.
But anyway, I had the hots for a little fucking daughter, but you know, she was big in the Rolling Stones, and we used to fuck with the radio out there in that Mustang all the time and listen to Rolling Stones. She had 8 tracks. And there was another fucking couple there at Village East. They used to have a big old 4-wheel drive. We'd go 4-wheeling in. I can't remember the dude's name. I want to say it was Rusty. But his old lady would get fucking naked in front of us, or she did me one day, and I thought, man, I'm fixing to fuck this piece of ass. And Billy knew him, but I don't know what the fuck happened with them, but we went out fucking 4-wheeling out there in the lake bottoms one time, and I swear to God, he's gonna fucking kill us, man. In his fucking blazer.
That's the way it goes out there in the lake bottoms.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped going out to the lake bottoms. Yeah. Thought I was gonna die every goddamn time.
That motherfucker. I know he put that fucking 4-wheel blazer 15 feet up in the fucking air, man. I was like, man.
You got hydroplaned, looking straight down. I went running, right, almost daily behind the trailer park. I'd go running out in the trails, you know.
Yeah.
Good workout. Me and the dog would go fucking run every day, even in the middle of summer, because it's cooler in the woods. One day, I was drunk at the house. Corey was like, Fink's coming over. We're going to go fucking ride 4-wheeler out in the... Okay, whatever. So we go riding fucking 4-wheelers. I have this 6-pack with me. I ain't bullshitting. On the back of this 4-wheeler, they're hugging each other in the front. I got this 6-pack. I'm sitting on the back holding on to the shit. They're riding down the trails. I know everything we're doing. I know where we're going. And he turns down this route that I've never been down. You know, you break through the trees a little bit and hey, there's a brand new trail.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So he fucking rides us through hell and high water. We end up stuck in the mud somewhere. And we tried to get this fucking 4-wheeler unstuck. We eventually realized we're out. I can't remember the name of the road that runs out there. It's a 380 or to University. Yeah, same thing. Anyway, we're close to a bridge. It's right by that. And we finally realized that. So we go walking up. And by that point, we're all soaked and we've thrown all our clothes. It's just us and our boxers, right? Fink talking about, I'm going to go run back to the trailer park, get my vehicle and get some help and we can... Corey and I sat out there on that bridge for like 2 hours. Just us and our boxers watching all these rich homeowners drive by. Nobody paying us any attention. Just, hey, look at those idiots. Never again.
Where's Fink?
Never again. That's why I don't drink Smirnoff Ice anymore.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's
where you at, Fink?
He's in Granbury. I know where he's at. He's living the dream.
Yeah.
Help us keep the combo going by sharing your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you next time, same place, for another round at
the Banter Bar.
I am Shane. This is...
I'm drunk.
That's drunk. Drunk Eric.
Peace.
Farewell, beer snobs.
All right, then.
I'll just leave you a little sip in case you want to go back.
I appreciate the sip. I think I could drink quite a bit of this.
I just want to see how it feels in my mouth.
guess we'll see you next time.
On the bench bar.
Y'all fucking thought I was drunk. Look at this motherfucker. He drunk. We both drunk. But that's what it's all about, right? Huh? I'm gonna sleep like a fuck baby tonight. All these motherfucking beers down my throat. Voodoo Ranger. OHB. Yuengling. Fuck. I'm drunk. I hope y'all having a good time. Because I am. We got one more here. And I think we're going to be calling it quits. We'll see. Fuck. If he wants to do another one, we'll do a fucking another one. Shit, I can still stand up, so whatever. Got a question here, too. Yeah. Anyway. What you looking at?